It's a beautiful spring morning here, and we have people coming over later today. The kind of day where you just want the home to feel light and fresh and welcoming. So come along with me, I'll show you everything I'm doing today to get the home ready. These are my go-to things before guests arrive, and honestly, most of them are so simple, but together they just change the whole feeling of the space. Whether guests are coming over just for a meal or staying with you for a few days, one of the first things I think about is making space. Space for the food, space for everyone to sit comfortably, and space for all those long conversations that just happen around the dining table. And honestly, that's my favorite part. So this is where I like to start. I switch to a fresh tablecloth and then I clear everything off, keeping only the bare minimum. The basics like salt, pepper, black salt, maybe a pickle if needed. That's it. This little basket here really helps me with that. It keeps everything together and organized, but it doesn't feel cluttered. And if at some point I need to clear it off quickly, I can just pick up the entire basket and move it. Very simple. And that same thinking carries over to the coffee table, especially if someone is going to be staying over. I remove anything that doesn't need to be there. Give it a quick wipe down, and then I like to do something small but intentional. Yesterday I picked up some fresh flowers and I'm going to arrange them here. Sometimes less is more. A few stems in a simple vase, a clean surface, it just changes the whole feel of the room.
Oh God, I miss you so bad.
And I think guests notice these small gestures. It tells them that you were thinking of them before they even arrived. Now I'm taking this cleaning tool. It has an extendable handle and attaches to a Swiffer duster. This thing works like a magnet, honestly. Dust sticks to it and comes off easily.
Darling, I can't wait.
Now I know dusting the paintings and wall decor isn't something we do only when guests are coming, right? Ideally, it's part of a regular routine. But there's something about having people over that makes you look at your home through fresh eyes. And when I have a little extra time, maybe a day or two before, I like to go over those surfaces that don't get attention on a daily basis. Like the top parts of frames, corners, light fixtures, anything that tends to collect dust quietly in the background. It's an extra step, yes, but it gives you that clean slate feeling, like the home has been properly reset, not just quickly tidied, if you know what I mean. The idea is really just to pay attention to the spots that get lost in the everyday routine. Those are the ones that make the difference.
Your heart, your eyes.
I genuinely thank myself every single time. I've done it before guests arrive, and this thing is really simple, but it matters more than you'd think. And that is to make sure all spices are filled up and ready. Because when you're in the middle of cooking for people you love, the last thing you want is to reach for something and find it empty. That little moment of panic, that last minute running around, it's so avoidable. And it just adds unnecessary stress to what should actually be an enjoyable experience. I've used spices as an example here because in Indian cooking, they're everything. We're reaching for them at every single stage. But this will look different for each of you. It could be your oils, your condiments, baking staples, whatever you can't cook without. Just make sure it's there. And while I'm here, I'm giving the spice box a little wipe down because over time powder tends to settle around the edges and on the surface, and a quick clean just makes the whole thing feel so much more organized.
I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything.
And whenever such a situation arises when I'm going to have someone over, I really like to have one thing handy in the kitchen, and that is paneer.
This place on our own.
I happen to use it in a ton of different ways in the recipes, so having this ready means I can make newer and fancier dishes too. I will be sharing some very simple ideas with you today.
And the truth may come as a surprise that I feel.
You might have noticed that none of what I've been doing today is for an evening gathering. Sometimes guests come over for lunch, brunch, or just a casual daytime visit. And when that happens, especially now that we are in spring, I love offering them the option to sit outside on the balcony. So I decided to put together a little setup out here. Nothing elaborate, just a small arrangement of flowers to make the space feel welcoming and intentional.
So much I can find my way. And I saw you walking.
And if your family or friends are going to be staying with you for a few days, it really is worth putting a little thought into the outdoor space. It just opens up another place to spend time together. Morning chai outside and afternoon sitting in the sun, those moments end up being some of the nicest ones.
When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I find.
Honestly, this was something I had been meaning to do for myself anyway, but having guests coming gave me just the right push to finally get it done.
And the truth may come as a surprise.
Now, in order to make paneer at home, the method is fairly simple. After bringing the milk to a boil, I like to switch off the flame and give the milk a minute or two before doing anything. I then add a tablespoon of vinegar. This will help with the splitting. Nothing much is there to do after this. All you have to do is strain it, and you could even collect the whey for later use. Anyways, after straining, I give it a quick wash under running water. Well, don't worry, tap water is drinkable over here in Germany, so we can comfortably use it for such things. After the rinsing is done, I'm going to leave it for about 15 minutes to come together. I decided to quickly put together a little dessert with this. And when I say quickly, I mean 5 minutes, maybe even less. All we need is paneer and cocoa powder. That's really the base of it. Into the blender, I am adding the paneer along with just a few tablespoons of milk, only enough to help it blend down into a smooth, creamy puree. So add accordingly. Then goes in the cocoa powder and a sweetener of your choice. I'm using maple syrup today, but honey works beautifully and so does powdered sugar. I always taste as I go and keep the sweetness on the lighter side, but adjust it to however you like it. And that's genuinely it. I'm spooning it into small glasses or bowls and going to be garnishing it with some fresh fruit. The important point is to make sure that you put this pudding or mousse, whatever you like to call it, into the fridge to chill before you actually garnish it with some fruits and nuts. Now the result is this rich mousse-like little dessert that feels indulgent but is actually quite wholesome. The best part is you can make multiple portions ahead of time and they just sit in the fridge ready whenever someone is in the mood for a bite. Low effort, no stress, and it still feels like you went that extra mile for your guests. A shortcut that I often resort to is to simply gather everything unnecessary from the living space, even the bedroom for that matter, and dump it in my basket. It saves me a ton of thinking time where I don't need to worry much about what goes where. In a way, it's like a last-minute solution that helps you get rid of all unwanted things and the place suddenly starts looking a bit more prepped. Of course, when I say prepped, I also mean setting the cushions. Now, another hack that always works for me is to flip the cushions of the sofa. You'll notice that the cushions get misaligned, feel flat or bent from one side after use. Simply flipping them brings them back to being brand new. You can see how everything aligns now. This significantly reduces visual clutter. Some fresh cushion covers do no harm, but that's an add-on and I don't do this every single time. Only sometimes when I feel the need. Talking about visual clutter, does it happen to you that if you don't notice any electronic devices in the vicinity, you too feel a sense of calm? I certainly do, and hence I remove all such things to allow for more genuine and wholesome conversations. They say fragrance is one of the most powerful yet underrated elements of a well put together home. It's invisible, but it leaves the most lasting impression, and I completely believe this. The moment someone walks through your door, before they notice the flowers or the clean surface or anything else, they feel the scent of your home. And that sets the tone for everything that follows. Since it's a sunny day and we have guests over, I wanted to put together one more thing, a light snack that just feels right for a bright afternoon. Now into the blender, some paneer cubes. Along with that will go a teaspoon or two of yogurt and a clove of garlic. I'm also adding a little pepper and salt, but both the garlic and pepper are completely optional. Adjust it to your taste. Blend everything down into a smooth, creamy puree. And this right here is your sauce. No cream cheese, no heavy ingredients, just paneer doing all the work. It's surprisingly rich and creamy, and I love how wholesome it is. Trimming the edges is optional. I sometimes do it just for presentation. I'm grating some cucumber today. You can keep the peel on or take it off, entirely your preference. Once it's grated, make sure to squeeze out the excess water well. Now, this step matters so the mixture doesn't turn watery later.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on.
Now I'm folding in the grated cucumber and then simply spreading this mixture onto bread slices.
Glue all the pieces back together.
A little spread of ketchup on top, and that's it. This sandwich is so light, so fresh, and honestly so much nicer than it sounds on paper. It's the kind of thing that feels effortless to make, but always gets a lovely reaction from everybody. I hope you enjoy making this one for the people you love.
I was never the one to give up the ghost.
And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching all of the tips and ideas that I shared with you today. It means a great deal to me that you watched the entire video. Thanks once again from the bottom of my heart. See you all very soon.